Welcome, guys, to the Meet Damien live stream. I am Damien, and today we're gonna do things a little bit differently because we got some crazy stuff going on here with gold and silver. I see that the price of silver is, for the first time in its history, at $102 an ounce per coin, per silver bar. $102 an ounce silver. We never been this high before on silver. And I know that I have some traders out there that are asking me, like, in my Discord, like, Damien, is now a good time to try and short silver? You know, when's the pullback? Should I buy silver or should I sell it, right? That's something that you guys have to figure out on your own. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a guy that likes to look at technical analysis, look at the charts here, and try to figure out where the prices might go next. And you know, after you watch me, maybe you can make a better decision as to whether or not you're gonna buy or sell these assets here. But yeah, quick disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube and TikTok that likes talking about cryptocurrency, stocks, and gold and silver, and whatever else is blowing our minds away here. Okay. So I do have a Fibonacci that I drew here on the price of silver. We see that silver is currently trading $102.61 here, up 6.7% today, up $6 an ounce today. And silver, from my previous Fibonacci analysis here, where we measured at $83 at one point, from like a low point here at $45, which is like a swing low back here in November. It's saying that there is a 1618 Fibonacci extension level for us to hit at $107. Maybe this is where silver kind of chills out for a little bit. However, we thought maybe silver would chill out over at the $94 level here, which is the 127 Fibonacci extension. And yeah, I mean, we kind of, you know, we hit $94. When did we hit it? Well, we hit kind of close to $94. We hit 93.50 according to this data coming from the TVC exchange. We hit like $93 on Wednesday. Then we had a little bit of a sell-off on Thursday, and then a sell-off here on Friday. And this is from last week, okay? And then we finally popped ourselves back up here on Tuesday and actually got up to like $94 silver. And then we kind of like chilled out here, you know, on Wednesday at like $95 was like the highest price that we got. And now here we are Thursday and Friday. We're getting some green candles here on silver. So I think when we actually hit 107, there's going to be some more sideways action going on. But this is a nice strong green candle here on the price of silver. And silver is extremely bullish, okay? The reason why I say that is because it's above the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and the 21 exponential moving average. Price is above all of those moving averages that are now below it. If silver was to get a pullback, let's say we go to $107 and get violently rejected for some reason, I think we could probably pull back to this 21 EMA at the very least, all right? That 21 EMA is sitting at $82, which is where silver was trading at, you know, what? Beginning of January? Not even? Yeah, beginning of January is where silver was trading at $83 here. I think, yeah, that 21 EMA could act as support if we ever get down there. But you see, like, you know, all the moving averages, especially the EMA, the 21 EMA, this white line, is moving up exponentially right now on the price of silver. And you would think there will be a blow-off top, okay? And if we're not going to chill out at $107 here for silver, there is some other lofty targets above us. There's a 2618 that says that silver could get up to $145 here, okay? And then there's a crazier target where we have a 3618 that says that silver could get up to $183. Now, does silver have that momentum to continue going on, or are we going to actually lose the momentum? I got to look at, right now we're looking at the daily chart here. I'm going to look at the MACD to see if there's anything showing some weakness here on the MACD. And this is the moving average convergence divergence indicator that a lot of people might be familiar with. But for those who don't know, now you know the name of it. We call it the MACD for short. And the MACD has a signal line and another moving average line here, the blue line here. If that blue line was to start curving down, like we saw back here in October, you see this blue line was curving down in October and then it crossed the orange line to the downside. That's when I would expect, you know, silver to actually get its blow off top that's when I would try to, you know, entertain the idea of shorting silver, okay? But you're not getting that right now. So price of silver could just continue doing what it's doing and head up to $107, maybe even higher than that, okay? Because, like, let me go back and show you the charts again here. I know things might get a little bit messy here. Let me just clean things up here. All right. But, you know, last time we had that MACD crossover was in October. That's when silver got up to like a 54 bucks here. You know, 54 bucks on October 17th here. And then you got that MACD crossover to the downside, okay? When that MACD crossover to the downside on the daily time frame, which is a very significant time frame to be looking at, that is most likely a good time to entertain the idea of entering a short on silver if that's what you want to do. And also, if you're not shorting silver, but if you just own silver and you're wondering when you should actually sell or get out, well, you know, when you see this MACD crossover to the downside, that's your warning to like get out, because, you know, we saw silver drop from 54 bucks here in October all the way down to like $45, which is, you know, pretty significant move. You know, so I think that's like a 20% move down in price. Let me just measure that out real quick here. But had you listened to the MACD crossover when that happened, you would have saved yourself about a 16% drop here, roughly 16, maybe 17% drop, okay, in the price of silver. So silver can drop like 16, 17% out of nowhere, especially if we're going to do this exponential rise here in price. I would expect that, you know, to at least, you know, because if we're going to go up like 10% in one day, we could probably go down 10% in one day as well. And let me just check up on the chat, see what you guys are saying here. I see Jay in the YouTube chat. Good to see you, Jay. I see Lorene's in the chat as well. And Lorene says it's going to $107 right now. Yeah, it seems like it, right? I think the silver markets, the gold and silver futures markets should be coming to a close here in 30 minutes. I think like 5 p.m. is when they close up shop, and they'll open up again at like 6 p.m. on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we might not see $107 unless it jumps up in the next 30 minutes, okay, to 107 bucks. We might not see that. But we might see it on Sunday. It might just all of a sudden just pop up to $107, especially if like something crazy happens with tariffs. You know, Donald Trump likes threatening tariffs. That's the reason why we got a little jump up here earlier this weekend. We saw you know, silver jump up on Tuesday to like $95, and that was mainly because of Trump and his tariffs on Europe, which he then took back. But even after he took it back, the price of silver still kept going up. Alrighty, so that's silver in a nutshell, right? I just gave you the downside targets, $83 if we ever go down there, and the upside targets, 107 bucks right now, which is not too far off, and then we got $145 if things continue to get ridiculous here on silver, and I don't see anything showing any weakness here for silver. So there you go. Jay wants to take a look at APLD in IREN. All right, Jay, we can do that. I actually want to take a look at gold because gold is actually related to silver. It's silver's older brother here, and gold is actually pushing up near all-time highs as well. And it's the same deal here with gold, okay? I'll look at your requests after this, Jay. I just want to do gold and silver first, and then we're going to get into your requests, and then eventually we got to talk about Bitcoin. I know you guys like talking about Bitcoin and crypto here. So there you go. Popular Aonics says silver mines are taking off. USAS. Is that a request? Do you want me to take a look at that chart there, Popular Aonics? I see that you're in the TikTok live stream here. I'm doing TikTok and YouTube at the same time, so just bear with me. Oh, okay, yeah, you do want me to check out USAS. Okay, we will check out. I'm pretty sure the silver miners are doing phenomenal right now. I used to own Newmont Gold myself back in the day, and then I got out of it. But I had some silver coins myself, right, that I bought back in 2020, you know, during COVID-19. When the price of silver dropped down to like $14 an ounce, I actually bought some silver coins and silver bars around that time. So I took advantage of that, you could say. I did all right. But I haven't sold silver at $100 an ounce, I can tell you that. And I haven't bought silver at $100 an ounce either. All right, let's see. So we're gonna write down USAS, and then I got UJ. We'll look at APLD first, and then we'll do USAS, and then we'll take a look at IREN after that. I want to be fair to everybody here. You gave me a couple of requests here, but I also got people on TikTok that want me to go over their requests as well. All right, okay. And thank you guys for following me here. If you're new to the Meet Damien channel, don't forget to hit that follow button here on TikTok, and subscribe here if you're new on YouTube. I got the technical analysis here, the good stuff. You know, I kind of give you guys the targets to look for here on you know, whatever asset you want me to look at: gold, silver, stocks, crypto, oil. I do it all. But anyways, you know, gold is also just as bullish and extremely bullish as silver. You're above the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and the 21 EMA, and it's just up and to the right for gold. Upside targets for gold, I got it measured out at. We could see 1272 Fibonacci extension to the upside, and that's at $5,300 gold. I'm actually in a gold long right now. I'm trading a crypto that follows the price of gold, and that's PAXG coin. If you go over to WEEX exchange, you can trade gold via the PAXG coin here. And I just got into this this morning. I'm up like 33% right now. I got in at a price of $49.56, and right now we're at $49.97 on the PAXG coin, and my stop loss is at $49.30. You know, I'll get stopped out at a small loss. I might lose like 26 bucks. All right, 21%, but I am targeting $5,300 gold here with the PAXG trade that I'm in right now. And PAXG is pretty cool because this is a cryptocurrency that trades gold. And I know, like, the gold contracts, the forex, the exchanges, they close down during the weekend, but you can actually trade gold during the weekend on WEEX exchange. Sometimes just because the volume is you know, it's a weekend, the volume's not really there, and the price might actually just, you know, continue going sideways during the weekends. Okay, but if you want to, you know, try to play a move on gold, right, and beat it before the futures markets opens up, you can actually get into PAXG coin here, which is on the cryptocurrency exchange. And this is a cryptocurrency that, you know, you could redeem your PAXG coin for actual gold coins. So there's actually a use case to this. This is like digital gold that you can turn into real gold. Okay, so anyways, that's my target that I think gold can hit, is $5,300 here. And then we got a 1618 that says gold can hit 5,865, and then we got a 2618. This might happen later on this year, or maybe 2027. We might see $7,400 gold in the future here if we continue just making these ridiculous price gains here. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't see why we can't go to $7,000 gold, because, you know, we got the United States of America and Donald Trump administration trying to buy Greenland. And it's like, with what money are you going to buy Greenland, all right, from Denmark? We're already in debt, and you're going to put us in more debt? That's going to at least be like $1 trillion deal right there. So where are they going to come up with that? They're going to have to print more money from the Federal Reserve, and then they're going to have to inflate away the dollar, and that's probably why gold is going to go up to like $7,000 an ounce. You know, then some people are saying like $10,000 an ounce gold is a possibility. But I'm using these targets based off the charts, and I think 5,300 is your near-term target, then 5,800, and then 7,400 for price of gold. Okay. All right. Lorraine, I will check the low time frames for gold later. We'll get back to it. Okay. I got some requests I got to go through, and this is like my synopsis. I just did silver and gold for a summary analysis, and then I can go into the lower time frames if people want me to dig into it. Okay. But I do want to move on to looking at APLD, and then we're going to take a look at USAS and then IREN. Okay. And just bear with me. I am still sick. I still got the man flu, Lorraine. Okay. So, you know, I'm hoping that I got the energy to do a 2-hour live stream here. So I will be with you guys here. Don't feel like I'm gonna miss your requests and not talk about your coin. But you know, just bear with me. I got a lot to do here, and I'm hoping I got the energy for it. All right. Anyways, let's move on to APLD, Applied Digital Corporation. APLD currently trading at $37.69. Looks like they had some aftermarket action where it went up to like $37.50. Or I'm sorry, it went down to $37.50. And once again, you know, just using the Fibonacci and the moving averages, this is another asset that is also extremely bullish. And you know, I say an asset is bullish if it's above the 50-day moving average, which is the green line. And if the asset is above the 21 EMA, I consider that extremely bullish for it to be doing that, okay? And this thing is extremely bullish for now. Looks like you had a top here on January 12th at $39.51, and then you had another top here at $40. So $40 is a problem area for Applied Digital at this moment. If we push past $40, the next target using the Fibonacci is $47.61, and then you got a 1618 at $56.91. Okay. What is the momentum showing? Do we have the momentum to actually go up to higher prices, or is the momentum dying down, and are we actually going to go to lower levels here on the Fibonacci and the moving averages? So let's take a look at the MACD. On the MACD, we can see that buying pressure was pretty solid in the beginning of January, but then it started dying down on January 12th, and the buying pressure is dying down. But look at this. A little solid green candle just came in today. Is buying pressure about to start increasing again? Because if it starts increasing again, then you will see prices going up further past 40 bucks, I believe. But if this is just a fluke and we end up seeing light green candles again and the buying pressure dies down, then you're probably going to go down to lower prices here on APLD. Right now, things look like they were going to start selling off, but then you got saved by the bell. Or, you know, today something happened here on Friday where, you know, the MACD crossover was about to happen to the downside, but you can see the blue line said, nope, actually we're going to fake out and go to the upside here again. So, you know, with that being said, I would think this wants to go up to higher prices, but if it does go to lower prices, we do got the 21 EMA at 3160, which is has some confluence here with this golden pocket at $30.87 and $30.01. That is your downside target still, if APLD goes down, and that would be about basically like a 20% decrease from where we are right now, right? If we go down to like 30 bucks here, yeah, you're going to see about a 20% drop. But if you do get that drop, I think you should buy, because you know, this asset is still extremely bullish, and that would just maybe be a buy to dip opportunity at 30 bucks here for Applied Digital Corporation. All right, moving on from APLD, let's take a look at USAS. I don't think I ever charted this for anybody here, because no one on my live streams comes in and asks me about America's Gold and Silver Corporation, but I have heard about this this company, and I'm a little bit curious to see what it's done since the last time I took a look at the chart here. And yeah, look at this, right? So, you know, for my cryptocurrency community here, you know, this is what you thought your altcoins would do, but you know, this is actually a silver miner. Okay, the silver miners are making money hand over fist right now. And this thing is extremely bullish. It's above the 200, the 100, the 50, and the 21 EMA. Very exciting to see. Okay, it's going up exponentially now, just like the price of silver. Okay, and if this thing was to pull back, you would think it would at least come and get some support off the 21 EMA, because every time it does come down to 21 EMA, it looks like it hangs out there and then it launches back up, right? Like back here in October of 2025, you lost it. I mean, you came down to the 21 EMA. You kind of hanged out quite a while there, and then you launch your way up. So, I mean, if we were to just come right back down to the 21 EMA, it's sitting at $6.13. That would be pretty brutal, because that's like almost like a, is that like a 33% drop? Let me just measure that out real quick here. Yeah, about 34% drop right there. So that would be pretty brutal in stock market world, I know, but it's possible. I mean, that's what the 21 EMA would actually give you some support there. But I think if it does drop down 34%, you know, that would be a buying opportunity for sure. Okay. But you know, where else could we come down to on this? I mean, I don't think we ever been this high here on America's Gold. I could throw in the VRVP indicator to see if there's any levels to be looking out for. Maybe this value area high sitting at 645, but that's like right above the 21 EMA. So like, there's really not much support. So if the price of silver just drops down like a rock, this thing could drop down like a rock down to like $6.45. Okay, so just mark that on your chart here. I'll do that right now in case we look at this again. That this is an area that might save our butts here if we do drop down. Okay. But let me get rid of the VRVP indicator and let's try to figure out how high this could possibly go if it just continues being exponential. I think I'm gonna measure it from swing high here to this swing low right here, okay? And we'll see what the Fibonacci has to say for America's silver and gold. So if we continue being bullish here on America's silver and gold, we got a 1272 Fibonacci extension that says 1065 could be coming up on deck real soon here. And then we got a 1618 that says $12.23 could be the next target. And I believe that would be about a 33% gain. So this thing could either go one way or the other. We could either drop down 33%, or we could actually continue going up 33% here on America's silver and gold. America's Gold and Silver Corporation here. So that's interesting. And then I'll give you like a moon boy target. You know, maybe later on this year, going into 2027, you might see $16.79. That's that that's the 2618 Fibonacci extension level to the upside. Congratulations if you're able to do that. If you're able to, because that's almost like a double in price from where we are right now. All right, let me go back to the messages here. Wow, I got a lot of messages here on TikTok to catch up to. So all right, so Popular Ionics, you say they mine both gold and silver. Well, if that's the case, I mean they're gonna make money hand over fist for sure. You got in at $5. That's a pretty good. You did it. You're doing pretty good for yourself. You almost doubled your money already, and you might even double it again. If it gets up to that, you know, $16 target here. Let's see. Ed said you dropped out of college to start trading and full-time work. You're 17. I'm trying to read this. You wrote a lot there. Full-time work. You're doing full-time work right now and you dropped out of college. All right. Well, you know, sometimes college is not for everybody, and if you figure that out sooner rather than later, that probably means you're not going to be paying a lot of college debt and college loans off for your college schooling there. Curious, what are you doing for work, Ed? And are you making enough where you can save some money and put it into, like, I don't know, some gold and silver, or some gold and silver miners here? Papa says he's new here. Just curious, what platform am I using? I'm using the TradingView platform, www.tradingview.com. This is where I get all these indicators that I use to look at the charts here. I got the moving averages, the Fibonacci, and then I can do the VRVP indicator. And this is all on TradingView. And then I got some other indicators here, the MACD and the Market Cipher B. And I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with this, unless you're new to trading. And then I also got the RSI indicator on the bottom here. Okay. And I can do, like, I think up to like 50 indicators because I have the TradingView premium plan. Okay. So you can come onto these live streams and I can analyze these charts for you. And you don't have to do a subscription with TradingView. But if you want to do a subscription with TradingView, I actually do have a referral code I can give you to get, you know, $15 off of your TradingView subscription. You just message me on TikTok here and say, hey Damien, can you give me the link to the TradingView discount, and I can give you that discount. I'll just send you a message with the referral code. All right, thank you Sierra for following me here on TikTok. All right guys, I'm a little bit sick. I gotta grab some tissue here real quick here because my nose is kind of running right now. Give me a second. I'll be with you in 2 seconds, guys. Alright. Yeah, somebody got me sick last weekend. I got like this man flu going on. But Yeah, everything's good. You know, I just got to get some cough medicine and all that stuff. Pop in an Advil and I'll be good. All right, so we got to look at IREN, and then I think Laureen wants to take a look at gold again, but she wants to look at it on the smaller time frames. And let me just catch up on the chat here. Laureen said, "What about gold? Looking for an entry into something silver." Wow, didn't know that. Check load times for gold. Yeah, I'll check the gold price of gold again after we look at IREN over here. Okay, but just finishing up on USAS. I gave you the downside targets. I think $6 is where this thing could fall back towards, and then upside targets is 1065 and 1223 is your realistic targets to the upside for USAS here. All right, moving on to IREN. And I believe IREN is a that's a stock, right, Jay? Yeah, it's IREN Limited on the Nasdaq. Is that what we're looking for here? Let me see. Where's my pop-up chat? Where's my pop-up chat? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. I got you. Excuse me. All right, so we're looking at IREN currently trading at $56.68, up $4.42, and up 8% today. Moving on to the daily chart here. IREN looks like it's having some problems here at $55, which is where the golden pocket is on the Fibonacci here. If we're able to push past the golden pocket here, I would expect $63 is where we might do some sideways trading here on IREN. And then of course, are we going to get back up to 77 bucks like we saw back here in on November 2025? We shall see. We shall see. What I can do is I can look at the momentum to see what the momentum is looking like. See if we got the momentum to go to higher prices here. And on the MACD, buying pressure has been steadily increasing since December 22nd here. You got the MACD crossover to the upside, and when that happens, you start getting that buying pressure, green candle showing up here. I think IREN's gonna continue going up because the blue line is still going up. It's not curving down, and the orange line is going up with it. So I think we're good to go to higher prices here. And then look here on market site for B indicator, you got a green buy dot that came in today. Money flows in the green still, and you're not actually overbought yet. The red horizontal bars, those are your overbought bars right there. They're kind of like an RSI indicator. You're not overbought yet on IREN, so IREN could push up to higher prices. And let me just check the regular RSI here real quick here. Regular RSI is at 62.68, this red number right here. 62.68. You're not overbought, and you won't be overbought until the RSI gets up to 70. So this thing could continue to go higher prices, and I think it does want to go up to like $63 level here. And I'll do one more indicator just to make sure that things are agreeing with this, and that's the VRVP indicator. The VRVP indicator is showing that there's a white line at 62.94, 63 bucks. Confluent with the 786 retracement, this is showing that there's a lot of volume here at $63. A lot of people were buying and selling IREN back here in October, and they're currently underwater. But if we get back up to 63 bucks here, you would think that if they bought here in October and they're not long-term investors and they don't want to be underwater again, they might actually just sell at $63 just to break even. So I think $63 should be where IREN just goes sideways before maybe we launch up and go up to $77 at some point here. Didn't really do downside targets because I didn't see the momentum dying off, but if we do go down to lower prices here for IREN, you got the 50-day moving average that could provide support at $48, and then you got this 0.5 retracement at $45, and then you also got the point of control which is the highest amount of volume. The majority of the people that bought IREN over the last few months, they bought it at this blue line here, and that's sitting at $47. So I think anywhere between $47 to $48 is a good area to buy some cheaper IREN if that's what you want to do. And that will just be a buying opportunity. Maybe it ends up being a higher low, and then you go up to higher prices after that. So, but right now the momentum is to the upside, so I think this thing actually is going to push up to like 63 bucks. But yeah, that's your downside target. 45, 47, 48 bucks is your downside target for IREN. You got a lot of confluence between the POC, the 50-day moving average, and also the 0.5 retracement on the Fibonacci. Okay. And you're saying that IREN's in a cup and a handle pattern? Yeah, maybe. Especially if it gets right back up to 77 bucks. You know, if it gets up to 77 bucks, expect a sell-off where it could probably go down to $63, make that handle, and then go up to higher prices. All right, so we just did IREN. Let's go back to looking at the price of gold here. And then we'll probably look at Bitcoin after that. How's that sound, guys? Then I'll take some more requests as well if you guys got some more requests. All right. Oh, even IREN. I mean, even Laureen said that she thinks that's a cup and handle on IREN as well. Laureen knows her patterns now. That's good. All right, so we're looking at the price of gold. I think Lorraine wants to know if now is a good time to like buy gold, or should she wait, you know, for lower prices here. And you know, I got this trend line that I drew for gold. You got this yellow line here. We're on the 1 hour time frame, so that's a good time frame that I start off with on the daily when I'm day trading. And you know, I think if gold was to do a pullback towards this yellow line here, maybe if it goes back to like 49.50, that could be a good area to try to buy some gold at a cheaper price than what it is right now. It'll be like a $30 drop from now. So you know, right now if gold was to drop down 30 bucks, I think that would be a good price to try to enter a long on gold. You also got the white line here, this 21 EMA sitting at 49.50. So I think, Laureen, what you're looking for is looking for a pullback where gold goes to 49.50, and you can add to your long, or if you're not in a long on gold, then you could go ahead and start a position at 49.50 and then see if the price of gold is just going to continue climbing up and to the right like it's been doing the past like year and a half now. Crazy to say. Yeah, but we're in a long-term secular bull market on gold right now. Gold and silver. The metals too. I think platinum's doing good, and copper. I heard that there's some manufacturers right now that are actually using silver in like their technology products, and they're now replacing the silver with copper, but it's going to take them some time to like rework the factories, because the factories are used to using silver instead of copper. But that will take away some of the demand for silver right now. But yeah, I mean, this is what some people are doing right now. They're trying to substitute silver with copper. You know, they use silver because it's like the best conductor of electricity. But you know, copper can still do, you know, the same thing with electricity. It just doesn't do it as well as silver does. So silver, I think copper is at like what, $3, $4 an ounce or something like that. Let me just type in the price of copper right now. Copper futures, sure. Oh, this is by the kilogram. $1,300 a kilogram. Copper futures. I just want to see like the regular price of copper by the ounce. Do they got that? Copper USD? Oh damn, I'm totally off. Copper is like trading for like $5.97 an ounce. But I'm sure it's probably gonna go up just like silver and gold. It's been going up and to the right. Maybe not as exponential as silver, but you know, if people are gonna start replacing silver with copper, you would expect copper to start catching those bids and going up to higher prices here. But yeah, copper at like almost $6 an ounce, and it was actually at $6 uh last Thursday. So, Lorene, did you get that? I think, you know, for your, if you're trying to get into gold, I think a pullback, you know, 49.50 is what you should be looking for on the 1 hour time frame here. You got that 21 EMA sitting right there, 49.52. And you got some sideways trading here. You would think that would act as support at 49.50, 49.60. But let's see what it looks like here on the MACD. So you had selling pressure here on gold, and now you're getting some buying pressure showing up in the last few hours of the last couple hours here. And you get a little bit of a MACD crossover to the upside, so I would expect, you know, maybe we might see for sure $5,000 gold on Sunday or Monday here. I think gold is on its way to $5,000 next week. Yeah, for sure. But here we go. I think that's it. The price of gold is no longer trading right now on the COMEX futures exchange right here. They closed for business. It says it right there. Market is closed. So you're not going to see the market open up again until Sunday night. On Sunday night is when we'll see maybe gold, maybe we'll hit 5,000. We only hit 4,990. But I think we're on our way to 5,000 for sure. I actually, guys, I did a video on YouTube and TikTok here. Let me go to my YouTube channel here real quick. That's my Meet Damien YouTube channel there, guys. If I can just refresh here. You guys can follow and subscribe to me on the Meet Damien YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this up, try to get up to like 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 570. My TikTok, I got like 6,200 followers. But, you know, here on YouTube, it's just like a slow grind over here, trying to get 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, here on my YouTube Shorts, you know, I actually predicted the price of gold to go to $5,000 by the middle of January is what I said. And I said this back in October of last year. So let me see if I can pull that up real quick here. I said gold will hit $5,000 on this month. Let me go ahead and turn the music off real quick here. But let me show you guys here this interesting video that I posted up here about gold. My prediction.
When we saw gold make the move from 2,500 up to 35.
Oh wait.
You know, when we saw gold make the move from 2,500 up to 3,500 bucks, I did a Fibonacci, and we've already hit the 1618 on gold at $44,099. Could we hit the 2618 at $5,067 here for gold? I don't know. I don't know. If I was to extend this, you know, if we're going to make a trend line here and just trying to figure out when could gold hit $5,000 if it continues on this uptrend, looks like we'll hit $5,000 by the middle of January. For those who are trying to play the gold play right now, January of 2026 could be when we hit $5,000 on gold.
So there you go, guys.
Just measuring this trend line here. If we were just
using that trend line analysis, I predicted that gold would hit $5,000 by this month of January.
Minimum, middle of January for $5,000 gold.
And I made that prediction back in October when gold was trading at $4,200. So I think my TA is pretty solid here.
Fibonacci, and we've already hit the 1618
let me go ahead and just pause this thing. All right, and get the music back on. But yeah, guys, I think I do all right when it comes to making my predictions here, especially if it's a long-term prediction and a steady trend. I don't know. Maybe I'm tooting my horn too much here, but you know, we have been in an uptrend that was very easily trackable here. You know, back in October when gold was at $4,200, I just measured the uptrend and it said that $5,000 gold was going to be happening in January. And look at us right now. We're like $17 away from that prediction. So there you go. Thank you all, Lorene, for sharing the Discord link. Guys, if you guys want to follow me and talk to me when I'm not live streaming, I do have a Meet Damien Discord. Lorene just posted a link here in TikTok, and I think she might be posting it here on YouTube as well. But over here on Discord, right? You know, this is where we share our thoughts and ideas about where the stocks and cryptos might go next. And this is where you can, you know, talk to me and ask me about, you know, where you think Bitcoin might go, or where you think the price of gold might go. There's Laureen herself in the Discord. I also post when I'm going to go live, so you can stay up to date as to when I go live. And then you can click on this YouTube thumbnail to watch the replay of the live streams here. And then, of course, you know, we got some people sharing their gains on their shorts and longs here. Okay. We also talk about various trade setups here. You know, when someone has an idea that they think, you know, that something looks like an inverse head and shoulders or whatever pattern that they're looking at, they'll share their ideas here with the other advanced, you know, the other experienced traders here. And we do have some experienced traders here, because I also have a section here where you can like show us your gains. And you know, we have this one guy, Cameron, here. He shorted Dusk with a 30x leverage short, up 92%, pretty decent. Tony Starks over here, he did a short on Axie Affinity, and he was up 165% on his trade right there. And these guys are all pretty experienced traders. You know, we got, you know, Tony again with a 357% gain on his short on Dusk. Then you got Cameron over here, and Laureen's posting up her gains. I think she's getting more consistent now with her trades, so that's good to see. We got Aaron. Aaron did pretty well here, up 232% on his ARPA long, and he also did a short on ARPA as well, and made money on the way down. He went he made 160% on his 15x short on ARPA. Okay, every now and then you'll see me post up here too. Looks like this is probably Cameron again, up 864% with a 300x short on Ethereum. Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me. But yeah, that's Cameron. Cameron does some crazy trades, but he knows what he's doing, so he's able to do it, right? And that's why I like it. You know, we have guys in the Discord group that are very experienced with their trades, and even Cameron will show you his losses. He's very humble about showing you when he makes a bad trade, but then he also makes some pretty good trades to make up for it. So there you go. Like he made like a couple of grand just shorting Bitcoin right there. So, you know, kudos to Cameron for that. And yeah, Cameron, you know, he shows his losses and his gains here. And we got some new traders in here, so don't get you know, don't be too shy if you see some of these other traders that are doing some crazy gains here in the Discord. I'm here to teach you guys what I know about trading and investing, so that way you can make those crazy sick gains when you're ready to do some leverage trading. But you know, if you're not into the leverage trading and you're just an investor, you can come here and share your ideas about, you know, what your next investment idea might be. And if you guys want to actually go on these exchanges here and do those crazy, you know, 300x trades, you know, 500x longs and shorts on Bitcoin, then you will want to come over to like where I have the referral links and bonuses. I have this cryptocurrency exchange that I trade on, and that's the WEEX cryptocurrency exchange, which allows you to do like those 400x longs, 500x longs on Bitcoin. And this is the WEEX exchange right here. You can see right now we're looking at the PAX G coin trading at $4,900, and that's tracking the price of gold right now. Okay, and if you click on that link, you know, in the Discord, you'll get the welcome bonus here. We have about a $30,000 welcome bonus for anybody that wants to trade on WEEX exchange. It's just a bonus. It's not like they're gonna give you $30,000. What they'll do is they'll give you a trade where you can do, like, for instance, like they'll give you a position airdrop here worth $5,000, and what they'll do is they'll give you like $50 a margin with like 100x leverage, and you get to pick, you know, whether it's gonna go up, you know, are you gonna do a long or a short, and then you get that $5,000 bonus, right, using that $50 of margin and 100x of leverage here. Okay, and all you have to do is you make a deposit here, you leave the money on the exchange for a few days, and then you get the deposit, you get the position airdrop. Okay, and for my you know, TikTok guys, if you want to join WEEX Exchange, I got the link here in my bio. That's the link to join the WEEX Exchange right there. Make sure you got that VIP code, the XVDP, in there, or else, you know, I don't get credit for the referral. And you might not be able to get those bonuses either. I got exclusive bonuses, only exclusive to my trading community here. So that would be one reason why you want to use that VIP code right there. Okay. And I also know one of the guys that works at WEEX Exchange. They brought me on board as an affiliate, one of their affiliates, because they know I talk about technical analysis and trading a lot. They've been watching my YouTube and TikTok channel here, and they decided to work with me and give me these exclusive bonuses here. And if you guys have any problems with your account, which I don't foresee it happening, but if you do, you can come to me and I can talk to my guy over at WEEX Exchange, and then we can get those account issues fixed. But one of the cool things about WEEX is that they don't do KYC unless you want to, and they don't you don't need a VPN to get started. All you need is an email or a phone number, and that's it, and then you're ready to go. You can just get started with just an email. You don't even need a phone number. Okay, so there you go. That's the link for WEEX Exchange. And for my YouTube guys, I see Ava Medina is posting it in the YouTube. Thank you, Ava Medina, for doing that. He's one of the moderators here, making sure that people behave themselves. But you guys can also see, if you go into the Meet Damien YouTube channel here, if you go into the description to the channel, you'll see the link for WEEX. You'll see the Discord link to say hello to me when I'm not live streaming. I also got the $15 TradingView discount code for those who want to get a discount on TradingView, which is the chart, you know, where I look at the charts and the indicators and all that stuff. I got that with TradingView here, and I got other links here too. If you guys want to take a look at you know, some other exchanges here. But yeah, I got you know, WEEX Exchange. That's the one that I like to trade on. And right now, you know, I am in a PAXG long. I already took profit on my Bitcoin long today. When Bitcoin hit 91K, I took profit. And right now I'm just in a PAXG long with about $121 of margin here. And it's a 40x leverage long. I'm up like $42 on the trade. My ROI is up 35%. And I actually got my stop loss at 49.30. So I'll lose about $26 if I'm wrong. If it goes down to 49.30, I'll lose 21%. But I am targeting $5,300 gold here. And if it does go up there, I'll make $330 on that trade. Using just $100 of my own money here, I'll make $300 if you go up to $5,300 on gold. So that's cool. All right, let's see what we have to say here on TikTok. Lorraine says, looks like Bitcoin is going up. Uh-oh. Well, we do gotta take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin at 89,600. I see in the watch list here. And let's see. We got Sierra in here saying thank you, appreciate you. All right. Pure Airways, thank you for following me here on TikTok. Appreciate that. Did I miss any requests here? Is there any requests here? Jay, I see that you bought PAXG. I'm also in the PAXG long as well. PAXG reached $5,000. Yep, I saw that earlier today as well. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Shush is saying, what do I think about copy trading? You guys can always copy my trades. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your own trading. But if you want to copy my trades, you know, right now I'm in a PAXG long. I only put $121 in the trade, and I'm using 40x leverage. And I just gave you the trade setup, right? I got in at 49.56. The stop loss is at 49.30. The take profits at 5,300. I'll probably be in this trade as, you know, for a few days. It's not going to be like a quick day trade. I'll be in this trade for a few days if I can. I might take partial profits when we get up to like 5,100 or 5,200. I might take some profits off the table. I might even add to the long too. If we go back down to 49.50 where my entry was, I might actually double down and put some more margin in there. I might put $200 of margin in there. So you can copy my trade if you want. And then also on the Discord, you can copy my trade or other people's trades. There's nothing wrong or illegal with that. I just can't tell you, you know, what price to buy, how much money you should put. I can't tell you what to do with your money. You have to do it yourself. I can't click the buy button and I can't click the sell button. And I don't want that kind of power either. Like, I don't want people blaming me for like why things didn't go the way they thought they were gonna go. All right. So, yeah. You say TradingView is a lot more confusing than Trading 212. I never heard of Trading 212. Is that another product that's similar to TradingView? And I see Professor's in the chat. Hello to you, Professor. He says hi, Damien. And let's see. Yeah, Ava Medina just showed up out of nowhere and just started posting up those links. Thank you, Ava, for doing that. Appreciate that. You missed most of them. So we were talking about gold and silver because they're making new all-time highs right now. Gold's almost at $5,000. We are talking about now. We're going to try to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trading at 89,500 bucks roughly. We did see Bitcoin get up to like 91K. And 91,400 is a target level where we could get some resistance. We didn't actually hit 91,400 today, but we came close to it. 90,500 is another support or resistance level to be looking out for here for Bitcoin. Below us, we do have $87,500 is a level to be looking out for. And that's just using the VRVP indicator here, which I'm not going to fire it up, but trust me when I say 87,500 is a key level here to look for. Lately, it seems like 88,400 has been the level to look for because we came down to that level today and caught the bids. And let's see, yesterday, I think Thursday, we went down to 88,400. Yeah, so that seems to be the new level that they're trying to defend right now on Bitcoin, 88,400. And of course, you know, if we were to lose 87,000, we could come down to 84K. That is another level to look for. 84,500 was a level that acted as support. So, you know, that's the level that we could get some support if Bitcoin was to go down there. And if I turn on the VRVP indicator, you'll see that, you know, the high volume nodes are right there, right? You got the point of control at 87,500. That's a pretty big deal. That's where a majority of people bought and sold Bitcoin over the last few months here, going back to November. Okay, so you might want to add that to your chart. My VRP indicator says that's a pretty big deal right there for us to stay above that. We also got a high volume node here at 90,500 and 91,400, and I already marked those off. And then the next level above us is the 94,400 or $94,500 level, which is where this value area high is sitting at. Okay, so we'll see what Bitcoin does, but right now Bitcoin's just been ping-ponging back and forth between the levels here, where we either go down to 87K or we get, you know, we come back up to like 90K, 90,500, get rejected, come back down to 87,000 one more time, and then come back up and try to reach for 91,000 here. But if Bitcoin actually was to be very bullish and just push past 94,500, we got this 50-day moving average, which has acted as resistance back here on January 14th and January 15th. It's preventing Bitcoin from going up in price. If we come back up to like 95,100, I think we might get rejected again on Bitcoin. I know the other technical analysis chartists like myself are paying attention to that. And that's where we're going to click the sell button on our longs. And if we had spot bags on Bitcoin, we'd be selling our Bitcoin at that level there. Oh, man. I got to blow my nose. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit sick. Still sick this week. I've been sick all week. Gotta blow my nose on the live stream. Oh my god, I can actually hear better too now. Oh my god. My ears are blocked. Everything's blocked. I said I was going to try to do a 2-hour live stream if I could. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into this live stream. Woo! Kareen, thank you for following me here on TikTok. Thank you for joining the Meet Gaming community here. Professor says he loves the volatility of Bitcoin. It generates more money for you, and you'll wait for all the time now. Oh, you say I wait for it all the time. Well, if you're a very patient investor, that's all you gotta do is play these levels here, right? So you would just, you know, if you're day trading Bitcoin and enjoying the volatility, you would, you know, because the price is below us right now, you would hopefully still be in a long. Take profit on your long at 90,500 and 91,400, and then enter shorts at 91,400, and then see if we come right back down to 87K. Take profit on your short, and then go into, you know, flip it, reverse it into a long, and then try to long Bitcoin at 87K all the way back up to 91K all over again. So you just be like, okay, here we go. We're longing. Take profit, short. Take profit on the short. Take profit on the short, long. Take profit on the long. Take profit on the long, short. You know, just keep going back and forth with the, if we're going to stay in this range here. Ed says, can I do back testing when the market is down? So what, you want to see what the market looked like when we were in the bear market in 2022? What kind of question are you asking here? Lorraine's asking, should we do a long from here? A long? Well, see, Lorraine, you're in the middle of a trade right here. You should already be long right now. The longs, the good time to get in long was at 88,400 all the way down to like 87K, but we didn't actually come down to 87K. So the longs should have been earlier today, this morning, when we dropped down to 88,400. So you should already be in the long. But we actually hit the levels here already earlier this afternoon. We went up to 91K, so that's why I took profit at 91K earlier today. And right now, you know, if you played it right, you should be shorting Bitcoin right now, and maybe taking a little bit of partial profit right now, and then try to take more profit on your short down to like 88K or 87K. All right, if I go into the 1 hour time frame, you'll see what I mean here, right? So we should have been looking for longs below 89K, okay? And then we took profit at 90K here. 91K if you were really good. I actually got out at 91K. Bitcoin went up to 91,400, 91,100, and I got out at 91,000, about $100 away from the top for today. And then this would have been a good area to short, right? And you should be taking profit on your short right now and moving your stop loss to break even. And then, you know, the shorts and the bears are hoping that the price of Bitcoin comes down back to 88,500 all over again. 88,500 is, remember we talked about this, Lorraine, in the Discord. You want to try to long 88,500 if you can. Even better if you can long it $1,000 below that. 87,500 would be a better area to enter a long on Bitcoin. Right now you're kind of like, you're in no man's territory. You're in like the middle ground here. I would not be looking for a long right now, because you could easily get stopped out and we could be just going right down to 88K. Okay, so your best bet is to just not even trade Bitcoin right now, because you're in the middle ground right now. You're gonna have to wait. I know it sucks to wait, but the most profitable traders are the most patient traders, and you're gonna have to wait, Lorraine. Remember, I said this in the Discord. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for Bitcoin to make a decision. Is Bitcoin gonna go up here? Because if it goes up here, you're gonna be looking for shorts. But if Bitcoin decides to go down, then you can start looking for longs. But right now, I mean, you can long it right now and get stopped out, and then it actually goes up to higher prices. Or you could try shorting Bitcoin right now, and then you get stopped out, and then Bitcoin ends up going down to lower prices. So like, I don't like this area. This is a no trade area. I would not be longing or shorting Bitcoin right now. You gotta wait. You have to wait, so you don't get stopped out and waste your money. Let's see. Professor says, you never understood order book. Could you explain what am I supposed to do with that info? I mean, order book. I'll try my best to explain the order book. But order book, if you can look at it on the exchange here, it kind of like, you know, gives you ideas like how much money is at, if there's any big positions on the like right here, like I'm looking at the order book here for WEEX exchange, right? And I got the order book, and right now I got it set to like 1 penny, but I could probably find some bigger orders here if I change that number around. Let's see, can I change it to like anything else besides 1? No, it's not gonna give me that option here. All right, so I can't even change it. But it gives you an idea of like where the sells at. Like you see, like there's a lot more people want to sell like PAX-G at $5,006 because you got like almost 11 PAX-Gs ready to go at that price, versus like at $5,006 there's only like less than 1 PAX-G wants to get sold at that level. Okay, vice versa, a lot of people want to buy, you know, PAX-G at $5,006.31. No one really wants to buy it at this level here. You can see that the volume kind of drops off. You see the amount of people that want to buy, it drops off at that level. Now, this kind of sucks that I'm not able to actually see a bigger picture here, because you can see, like, you know, on the order book, you know, how much more Bitcoin, I'm sorry, how much more PAX-G in this case could be bought or sold at bigger levels here, and it's just not letting me. No, okay, I understand. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could show more of the order book here. I don't think I ever really played around with these buttons here. That's just the buy side, and this is the sell side, and then this buy and sell side. But yeah, I wish I could change the number here to show you like what it looks like in $10 increments versus like 1 penny. But you'll be able to see more of the order book if you had it like set at like $10 for PAX-G here. I mean, that's the best I can explain it to you using that exchange. I think maybe MEXC might be better with the order book here. All right, so here's MEXC's order book here, and I can actually change it. Well, we're looking at SQD. Let's look at the order book for Bitcoin on MEXC exchange, and I can change it from like 1 penny. I can change it to like $100 here, and you can see, like, you know, the order book, right? There's some people here that want to buy Bitcoin at 88,900. There's about $297 million that wants to buy it at that price. Okay. Versus at 89,600, there's only like $6 million of people that want to buy Bitcoin at that price. And then same thing here with the sell side. Yeah, get rid of that. $90,300. A lot more people want to sell at 90,300 versus like 89,800. And that just gives you an idea, like, you know, how well, you know, your order might get hit. Right, like if you're trying to sell at 90,300, well, you got like $260 million worth of other people that want to sell at that price. Okay, so there you go. I hope that kind of explains. You can probably just Google it, go on Investopedia, and learn more about order book if that's what you want to do. But I know there's some people that trade off of that information. I don't really trade off that information. I just stick to the indicators. I stick to like the momentum indicators for the most part. I like using the MACD indicator here for sure. Okay, this is the MACD indicator that I like to use, and then Market Cipher B is another indicator that I like to use as well, which is similar to like the MACD, but it gives you the RSI levels, like overbought and oversold here. And then it gives you like these little cheat sheet, these like these red dots and green dots, tells you like, oh, you should try to buy. Okay, now you should try to sell. And then it, of course, the money flow gives you like, you know, the trend. Like, you know, right now Bitcoin wants to go up in price because there's money going into it right now. You got that green money flow right here. Versus like earlier this morning, it was in the red. Hope that helps. Lorraine says you missed that there are more sellers. So we were just looking at the order book here on MEXC exchange, and you know, obviously at higher prices, there's more people that want to sell at higher prices versus like, you know, where the price is at right now. Not that many people want to sell at this price compared to the people that want to sell at, you know, $300-$400 higher than where Bitcoin is at right now. Same thing with the buyers. The buyers don't really want to buy at this price either. There's some people that want to buy at this price, but there's a lot more people that want to buy Bitcoin at lower prices here. And it just gives you somewhat of an idea as to whether or not, you know, your take profit target might get hit or not. Whether you're shorting or longing an asset here. It gives you an idea like what the order book might look like, you know. So there you go. Waylon says, can you place a buy? I'm sure you could. You just gotta click that buy button. Bullish Babe's in the chat. How you doing, Bullish Babe? Is that the real Bullish Babe, or is this you know, a Bullish Babe wannabe copycat? Bullish Babe with 127,000 followers here. Okay. But I don't know if that's the real Bullish Babe. I think the real Bullish Babe actually has like 15,000 followers. I think this might still be a copycat here. But Lorraine, did you see that? We had Bullish Babe join the TikTok here, and then she disappeared. Waylon says, where's take profit? You already placed 2 buys. Take profit on what? You can't just say, where's take profit? What are we talking about, Bitcoin, or are we talking about another asset here? Lorraine, I see that you just joined TikTok again. We had a Bullish Babe. I think a copycat came in, but that Bullish Babe copycat, I don't know. Bullish Babe, you're saying this is your backup account? I think the real Bullish Babe, she had like, the one that I saw live streaming had 15,000 followers. So I don't know why your backup account would have more followers than your actual account that you use all the time. Y'all are funny. This is for your referral? Okay. Alright, well, if you're the real Bullish Babe, when are you going live next? When's your next live stream? And if you're the real Bullish Babe, what is your tomorrow? Hopefully, What time tomorrow? What time are you going live? I can't believe I'm actually having a conversation with Bullish Babe right now, or maybe a Bullish Babe copycat. Lorraine doesn't believe you. Lorraine goes on Bullish Babe's live streams all the time, so I don't know. And Lorraine knows best, because I think Lorraine's like one of Bullish Babe's best friends over here, and she's saying that you're a copycat. Bullish Babe says she's gonna go live in the morning. Alright, so if you don't go live in the morning, what is that? You just gonna change your mind, or are you lying to us? Y'all are funny. How's my YouTube guys here doing? I see a few of you are still in the live stream here. I don't see any requests so far. Let's see. Praduka says Georgia. What is Georgia? Uh-oh. Lorraine says that she just had a conversation with Bullish Babe, and she wants to know what you guys talked about this, earlier today. She's trying to figure out if you're the real bullish babe or not. I just don't understand why TikTok has allows so many like fake profiles of people to just circulate on their system. Like, you don't see that many copycats on YouTube. Pure Airways says you did a Bitcoin short ? Did I do a Bitcoin short? I know I shorted Bitcoin last week, or was it like the week before when Bitcoin was at 97,800? Because I was pretty excited about that, because I literally caught the top of Bitcoin that week on that short. But I think I shorted Bitcoin earlier this week as well. I just don't really remember off the top of my head what price I got in at for the short. But I'm not looking to short or long Bitcoin. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to either go to 90,500 or 91K to short, or I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go to 88K or 87K to go for a long. All right, yeah, let's see. Bullish Babe. Let's do a collaboration stream right now if you're really the real Bullish Babe right here. Now my followers are like, let's do a collab stream. Like, if you're on TikTok right now, we should do a collab. Laureen says it's not her. Uh-oh. The professor says this is Bullish Babe's Timo version. Timu version. Shafi wants to take a look at Ethereum. We finally got a request. Thank you, Shafi. Take a look at Ethereum. Man, after I blew my nose about a few minutes ago, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I think I got my energy back here. Alright. Looking at Ethereum. Currently trading at $2,954. Let's get into the daily time frame here. Ooh, you know, Ethereum actually looks like it might be good for a long. What was the low for today? 28.88. And then the low on Wednesday was like 28.63. Let's game plan this thing out right now. If we were to try to long Ethereum right now, stop loss below the low for low for the week maybe at 28.63. We just put at like 28.60. Let's see, can I get that number there, please? Yeah, somewhere around there. And I would target maybe the 50-day moving average, which has been acting as a problem for Ethereum. So $3,249 would be where I would try to maybe take profit, and that's about a 10% move up from where we are right now. Your risk reward ratio is 3.3. I think Ethereum looks good for a long right now, guys. I mean, let me do some more TA, but like the risk reward ratio is showing that it's a 3.3. That means you're gonna get paid 3 times what you're risking for your stop loss here. You're risking 3% to try and get 10%. That's decent, right? If you do 10x leverage, you'll be risking 30% of your margin to try and get 100% percentage gain. You'll basically be doubling your money if this trade works out. Let's see, on the daily time frame, the momentum indicators here for Ethereum shows selling pressure is pretty strong. So that's not good to see. I want to see the blue line curve up at the very least. I want to see like a pink candle on the selling pressure like you did back here on December 19th. This is showing that Ethereum might still want to be going down. It might still want to go down to lower prices. That's not good. On the daily time frame, there might be something different on the smaller time frames, and we're going to look at the 1 hour time frame to see what a day trade might look like for Ethereum. But I would feel more confident about long in Ethereum if this blue line started curving up. And then I would get more confidence if the blue line curves up and crosses the orange line to the upside, like you did like right here. You got that MACD crossover to the upside, and then when you get that, you get the green buying pressure showing up here. But let's go into the 1 hour time frame. Maybe something's different here on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, it's like wishy-washy. It's like sell pressure, buy pressure, sell pressure, buy pressure. Buying pressure was dying down, and then something happened this hour where we're getting more buying pressure again for Ethereum. Okay. Market Cipher B has a green buy dot that came in this hour. And money flow just started going into the green here on Ethereum. Now, I didn't even look at the chart on the 1 hour, but let's see what it looks like on the 1 hour here. Just looking at the chart, 1 hour time frame for Ethereum. I mean, you could probably long Ethereum, put the stop loss below this low for today at 28.88. So maybe 28.70 or 28.80 if you want to keep it really tight. But if you're trading the 1 hour time frame, you're hoping to see if Ethereum can push past this 50 moving average and get up to that 100 or the 200. And let's just do another long position here. If we were trying to do like just a day trade for like tonight on Ethereum, put the stop loss below the low for today. And then we're going to try to see if we can get up to that 200 moving average, that red line there, 31.46. You're risking 2% to try and get 6%, or 2.39 to get 6.45. It's a risk reward ratio of 2.7. I think some traders would still take that. It's not 3, but it's kind of close to 3. So you could just do what? You could probably do like 20x leverage maybe. And you'll risk like 46% of your margin to try and get like 128% gain maybe. Did I do that right? 64, 128. Yeah, you'll be getting like with 20x leverage, you could get like you could be getting 128% gain. Now, if you were trying to do this on the cryptocurrency exchange, this is what it looks like. If you go on WEEX exchange, which I suggest you guys try to join using my referral code in the link to the YouTube video here, and you can always message me, and I can send you the link for WEEX exchange on TikTok here. But if we were to try to trade Ethereum right now, and let's just say we're gonna long it here. And we're going to do the same stop loss, right? Stop loss at 28.60. Take profit at 31.49. So 28.60, 31.49. I'm going to do about like $100 of margin here. $105 right there. And we said, what, 31.46 for the take profit. 28.60 for the stop loss. I don't know. Let me look at that again. 28.60 for the stop loss. Take profit 31.46. So according to this on WEEX exchange, with $100 of margin. And what kind of leverage is this? Yeah, 20x leverage. That's what I said. 20x leverage. It would get me about 127% gain. I make 131 bucks, but I'm risking 66%, and I'm risking $68 of my margin if the stop loss gets hit. I don't like. A lot of my trades, I try to be reasonable. If I'm using like $100 of margin, I don't want to lose more than 20 bucks or 30 bucks. So I might just dial down the leverage here, make it half, and let's see what that looks like. So 10x leverage on the long. Alright, so 31.46. Oh, and I gotta put the margin back in again. 100 bucks here on margin, right? So I can make like $72 instead and I would risk 35 bucks. That's something that I think is worth taking. And that's how you would do it here on the WEEX exchange, and you would just click open long, click confirm, and it would put me in right away because it's a market order, right? Oh wait, I got it as a limit order here. I would have to, I mean, I could do it as a limit order, but I could also do it as a market order if I want to get in like right now on Ethereum. I don't know, it's worth, I think it's worth it. But do I really want to be in Ethereum, or is there another cryptocurrency that I want to trade that's better than Ethereum? I feel like on the weekends, trading the altcoins that are not high market cap, like trading like meme coins and anything else that has like a narrative behind it, is gonna actually play out versus like, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. They kind of just don't do anything during the weekends. They just go sideways. And then they start doing something on like Sunday, unless like, you know, something happens on a Saturday, like, you know, I don't know, if the United States starts, you know, attacking another country here, then maybe that might, you know, create some volume in the markets on a Saturday. But usually I don't trade on the weekends unless it's like a meme coin, and I don't know. I'll have to revisit and see if I like Ethereum on Sunday. But it is an idea, though. It is an idea. I don't know. I feel like there's something else that might do better than that. Maybe Sui or Zcash or Aerodrome. Let's see what they look like here. Yeah, like Sui is also in the same boat. You know, it has a higher low compared to what it did back here in December. If we were to try to target the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame for Sui, what would that get us for a potential long here? 9% gain, so it's like similar to like Ethereum. You put the stop loss below the lows for the week here, I guess. Risk reward is not that great. Maybe if you put the stop loss below the low for today, risk reward is a little bit better. Actually better than Ethereum at 4.43 here. You're risking 2% to try and get 9%. So that's why I said, like, I think Sui could probably get you a little bit better performance than, you know, Ethereum. What about like Zcash? What is Zcash looking like on the 1 hour time frame? Zcash is also kind of like near the lows. I mean, you haven't been this low on Zcash since December, about a month ago. And if you were to try to target the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame, the 200 moving is kind of close though. I don't know if this it's gonna play out that well. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a 3% gain. Just getting back to the 200 moving average. If you're just gonna play the moving averages here, it's not as good as I possibly get. Maybe Dash. I know Dash got beaten down this week. Dash got beaten down this week, and then it started catching the bids this Friday. Dash is up 6.9% already, but then you got a little bit of a sell-off just now. Maybe if Dash came down back to where it was over here at 63, 64 bucks, which is where that 382 retracement's at, I bet you Dash would probably be better to get into. You put the stop loss below the lows for Thursday, you're risking 2.47%, and then if you're just targeting the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, Dash, look at that. Your risk reward ratio would be 7.48. You're risking 2%, 2.5% to try and get 18%. But you gotta wait for Dash to get down to $63 again, which it could do, you know, later on tonight or tomorrow. I've put Dash on your watch list for a potential long. I see DZ's in the chat. DZ wants to take a look at THQ. THQ finally did something for you. All right. Excuse me. What if you just got in right now on Dash? Oh. Well, if you did that right now, and you put your stop loss below here, you're risking 7% to try and get 12%. Your risk reward ratio is not that good. So I would wait to see if Dash goes down to lower prices here. Is Dash going to go down to lower prices? Looks like the MACD says that Dash is going to go down to lower prices later on tonight. You got a MACD crossover to the downside, and you're getting that selling pressure showing up here. Market cipher B showing money flow going negative. I would try to add Dash to your watch list, guys. Lorraine, if you want to put that in the Discord, that Damien's interested in a Dash long for this weekend, but we got to go down to like $62 or $63 to try and long it, and it's going to be a pretty good setup where you're just, you know, targeting. You're entering at $63. Stop loss going to be at $62 or $61, somewhere around there, and it's like a pretty good risk reward ratio. You're gonna get 18% for risking only 3%. See, we put that. We can try to get at $63. See, if you get at $63, your risk reward ratio is like $8. I mean, 8 point. You know, you got an 8 risk reward ratio, and you got like a 19% gain just getting back up to the 200 moving average. I'm gonna add Dash to my watch list. I might get into a Dash long later on this weekend or even tonight. But I want to see Dash come down a little bit more. And it looks like Dash is on its way down too. You got the money flow in the red on the 1 hour. You got a red sell dot here on the 4 hour. 2 hour. You got a red sell dot. Money flow looks like it wants to go down. I'd be looking for a long on Dash when it gets down to like $62, $63. Might want to set an alert. Let me go ahead and set an alert here. Dash at $63. 63. All right, so I just put an alert. When Dash gets to $63, I want to go for a long on Dash. And I'm going to try to target that 200 moving average to the upside if I can. But even if you don't get the 200, if you get like the 50, the risk reward ratio is still like almost like 4. And if you get up to the 100, the blue line there, the risk reward ratio is 6. But you got to get in at $63 here on Dash, and you got to put your stop loss at like 61 or $62 to make this a worthwhile long. But that could happen later on tonight into tomorrow. Damien dashes when Bitcoin doesn't. Yeah, Lorraine, if you want to just put, you know, in the Discord right now that Damien's interested on a long on Dash, but it's got to be at $63. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, we just looked at gas right now, and Electric Cycle says that gun is ripping. Really? Is it? Is that what it's doing? I was looking at gun yesterday. Nah, gun's not really doing much here. It's actually down for today. And on the 1 hour time frame, it looks like yeah, cancel. Yeah, the MACD's selling pressures in there. I don't think gun looks good right now. We are going to look at THQ, and then Lorraine wants to look at AXX. THQ. USD. Theoric. Up 5% today. Were you able to do something like this? Was this what we were trying to look at? We were trying to game plan this thing out here. This thing has been like, ugh, disgusting. Making lower highs here. And it lost this 1272 level here. I'm gonna turn the music up. I actually like the song here. I'm actually gonna like turn up here too. Might get a little bit louder for you YouTube guys. Alright, THQ, daily time frame. Looks like garbage, but you're getting redeemed today by a green candle here. Still made a lower low, which to me is still garbage. But let's see. On the 1 hour time frame, we were trying to play around with the idea where if you caught a long here, and I'm hoping you did, because you've been asking about this for quite a few days here, DZ. But we had a stop loss like at 1%, and the reward was if you could get up to that 200 moving average at that time, you would have risked 1% for 20%, and this is like a 17 risk reward ratio here. Now, I'm not in THQ, but if I was trying to get into THQ, I would have to buy right now, right? Unless I'm going to wait for the prices to go down, maybe. But that's a maybe. But I would put the stop loss, I can be conservative and put the stop loss below the low back here. And I'm risking 6%, so like, I don't know about that. If I'm trying to get the 200 moving average, I'm risking 6% to get 9%. Yeah, not a good long right now. Unless I move the stop loss tighter. If I move the stop loss tighter to like the lows for today, I'm risking 3% to get 9%. It's a 3 to 1 risk reward ratio. So now this is like a normal long. But are we going to get up to that 200 moving average? When's the last time we actually hit it? It was like around this time, back in on January 19th. Alright, so you have hit it before a few times. Not all bleak out there. But, you know, you would take partial profit probably at the 50, the 100, and then take full profit. Take profit target 3 is going to be your 200 moving average above you. And then just getting up to the 50, you're risking 3% to try and get 3%. That's a risk reward ratio of 1 to 1. And at the 100 moving average, your risk reward ratio is 2. You're risking 3% to try and get 6%. And then here, it becomes normal, where you're risking 3% to get 9%. And that's a better trade to take, but we don't know if it's actually going to hit that 200 moving average, but it's an idea. Oh, you did get in on that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the the momentum indicators here. MACD on the 1 hour, buying pressure dying off, but now it's kind of like steadily staying flat right now. And market cipher B, money flow was steadily in the green, and then it's flat right now, but still in the green. So that's interesting. What about the 4 hour time frame? Money flow in the negative, but going up now. That's good. And you got a green buy dot here on the 4 hour. Okay. There might be some hope on the 4 hour time frame. And then MACD, you got a MACD crossover to the upside. I like that. That's a good confirmation signal to go along. And you got the money, you got the buying pressure coming in here on the 4 hour time frame. Now, let's see, a 2 hour time frame, good. 1 hour time frame, good. 15-minute time frame, wishy-washy. You got selling, buying, buying. Really no clear direction. This is what it looks like on the 15-minute. Ugh. What's the deal with this? Like, it just gaps down, then gaps up, gaps down. There's not that much liquidity in this one, huh? That's what I'm getting from that. But yeah, I would, you know, I guess this one's alright for a long. I would just probably wait for this to come back down, because you just got above the 200 moving average on the 15-minute. And unless we're going to just continue being bullish and going up and to the right, I would expect us to like kind of come back down, maybe retest the 100 or retest the 50. And this would be a better area to buy at 3.5 cents. We're actually at 3.5 cents, 0.034 pennies. And And then you can move your long here. Your long entry would be like down here. Boom. And then I would just put the stop loss probably either below this low here, or maybe even lower down to here. And then what's the risk reward ratio on this one? You get a nice risk reward ratio of 3.3, where you're risking 3% to try and get that 12% gain. So yeah, I mean, THQ doesn't look too bad. I would just like try to buy at a lower price at that 50 moving average on the 15-minute. Would be a better area to enter along. And then you can also move your stop loss lower, and hopefully it doesn't get hit. Professor said you heard a lot about SKR on X. Yeah, I think that's the Solana. Solana came out with a phone, or one of the Solana developers came out with a phone, and that's like an airdrop token. If you bought the phone, you get those tokens for free, and people are taking those tokens and trying to sell them on Coinbase to get paid. So some people are actually, they spent money on the phone and they're getting their money back by selling the tokens. They basically got a free phone. Lorene says she has to go. She'll catch me later on the Discord. Alright, thank you, Lorene, for all the hard work you did today. Appreciate you liking and sharing and posting up those links there on TikTok. Appreciate that. And also for calling out the fake bullish babe. Appreciate that as well. Alright. Oh, Professor, you got in a long on Dash. Hopefully you got in at a better price. What was your entry on your Dash? I'm curious. And Maureen did say she wanted to look at Axie Infinity, AXX. I don't know if Lorraine's still in the chat here, but I know she can finish watching the live stream on YouTube and watch the replay. But we're now looking at Axie Infinity, currently up 7% today. Go into the daily time frame, and yeah, Axie Infinity currently trading at $2.88. This is a gaming coin that did pretty well back in like 2020 and 2021. As you can see, as I go back in history here, this thing was at like $144 a coin, $150 a coin, $160 a coin in November of 2021, and now it's only $2. So, you know, this is what happens when you try to buy and hold on to these cryptocurrencies, right? If they're not making money and generating money and generating interest in their product, if they even have a product, they're gonna get sent down to hell, right? This thing was $160 and probably overvalued, and now it's at $2.80. Axie Infinity actually has a product though. They have a website, and you can spend money to play their games and whatnot. And this thing still dropped like a rock. Dropped over 99%. But now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're getting some bids here. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust this pump. This is probably gonna be a pump and dump on Axie Infinity. But I mean, look, the same thing happened back here in September, October of 2024, where you pumped up, and then you couldn't sustain it, and you dumped down. So I think the same thing's gonna probably happen here with Axie Infinity, unless something coin specific, unless they, I don't know, found a gold mine or something. There's more of a likelihood that we're gonna go down just as fast as we went up on this one. But this thing, I don't know, it could possibly go up. Let's see what the momentum looks like. The momentum looks pretty strong, so this thing might want to continue going up. I'm not sure how far up. I would probably have to pull the BRVP indicator maybe. But the daily time frame is strong on the MACD. RSI is overbought, so that's a warning signal. But it could stay overbought though. And then Marcus FB, you got a green buy dot here. You don't have a red sell dot yet. You had a red sell dot. You had a red sell dot that got immediately canceled out by a green buy dot the next day. So I guess if you see another red sell dot, I'd be very wary of trying to long or buy Axie Infinity. Actually, I wouldn't really be buying Axie Infinity. I'd be looking to try to maybe short it at some point, but I just don't know as of yet where's a good time to short it. Let's turn on the VRVP indicator here. Excuse me, guys. I'm still nasally here. I mean, we're at the value area high. This is data going all the way back to like February of last year. You're at the value area high. I would expect this thing to come back down and maybe get support off of 240 or maybe the point of control at 213. But this thing could just continue pushing up higher, and if it does, I don't know, maybe it challenges the highs back here in May of last year at 385. Let me just finish this off by doing a Fibonacci on this and get the Fibonacci extension levels here. You got a 1272 that says 358 could be a target, and then you got a 1618, $4.33. So I'd be taking profit at 355. I'm sorry, 358 and 433. And yeah, I would definitely for sure take profit between those two levels there. And then maybe you can try looking for a short when it hits $4 here, if it does hit $4. All right, I see Aaron has joined the TikTok chat here. How you doing, Aaron? Aaron, I'm actually about to end the live stream soon. It's been like almost 2 hours. I gotta get the rest of my night going here. But we can stay in touch and chat on the Discord. I'm interested in doing a dash along. Let me see if I can put that up here in the chat. Yep. All right. Yep. Damien is interested in doing a dash along. Lorene already told everybody, and I'm trying to get in at 63. All right, so hopefully that actually plays out where I can get dashed at $63 and it doesn't just crater and go to, you know, below 60 bucks here on us. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in. Don't forget to hit that like button for my TikTok guys. All you got to do is double tap that screen. We'll listen to some music on the way out. And I plan on going live. I'm actually going to go live. I'm going to try to go live with another TikTok creator who also talks about crypto and stocks. And we're going to try to do a collaboration live stream on Sunday night from like either starting at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. But around that time, we'll try to go live for like an hour or two. And it's going to be like kind of like a podcast. I might not be looking at the charts like I normally do. We're going to just come up with our thoughts about the market. You know, are we bulls or bears? And I'll probably, you know, we'll treat it like he's more bullish on Bitcoin than I am. So I think he's gonna give he'll give like the bullish case about Bitcoin, where I'm gonna do like the bearish case on Bitcoin, and then we'll just answer your questions, guys, about, you know, what your thoughts are about Bitcoin and crypto, and we'll, you know, we can answer other questions about like stocks and gold and silver if you want. But we're gonna make that more like a podcast, but it's gonna be on TikTok, so you guys gotta be on the lookout. TikTok Sunday night, either 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time, around that time. I think we said 5 p.m. I know for sure we'll definitely be on by 5 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, that's the plan. I gotta see if he's still gonna do that or not, but that's the plan. 5 p.m. Sunday, and then we're gonna do the normal live stream where I look at the charts here with you guys. We'll do that on Monday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, the normal time slot. You'll see me looking at the charts here with you guys. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Good luck trading and investing in whatever asset you decide to get into, and we'll just see you guys on Sunday night and then Monday night. Take care, guys. And for my YouTube guys, that's my referral code for WEEX cryptocurrency exchange. If you want to start trading futures and leverage trading, making some money on your day trades, that's the referral code you got to put into WEEX to get started. It's very easy to get started with them. All you need is an email. They don't do VPNs. You don't need a VPN, and they don't do KYC, know your customer. You don't need to do any of that. Just an email to get started with them, and that's the referral code to get the bonuses, $30,000 in bonuses with my WEEX referral code there. Okay, link is in the description to the YouTube video that you're watching, and also in the description to the YouTube channel. And in my TikTok, guys, you can go on TikTok. On the bio, you'll see me. You'll see my my link for WEEX exchange, but you can also message me and I can send you the link as well. And then these are my socials here. I am on YouTube, TikTok. I'm on Twitter as well. Meet Damien, that's my handle. Meet Damien21. I'm on Instagram as well. I posted up on Instagram just recently, and I'm also on Facebook as well. If you look up Meet Damien, you'll see me in the red shirt with my pilot headset. Just chilling, having fun. Alright guys, that's it for this live stream. Like I said, good luck trading and investing, no matter what you decide to do.